Broadcasting from the Studio Clubhouse, Radio Free Radio, WRFR, Hampton, Virginia.
Nice and cozy. Welcome in. Stories by the Barrel Fire. My name is Justin Wilson. I'm your host for the evening. My good friends, very good friends, SICMAN of Virginia are here. But first, this is the part of the program, and I say it every week. It's super important. If you dig this program or any program on Radio Free Radio, go to patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. $1 literally gets you behind the paywall. It gets you everything we do here. Every single show. Even last night's very premiere of Matt and Justin's show, which just happened just because. You got that. Tonight's spoiler hour, probably going to be on there. But every single program that we do goes out to the Patreon. $1 gets you that. And more importantly, you're supporting an independent radio station. What's better than that? I don't know that there's a better plea I can offer than letting you know that you're helping something grow bigger. Now, like I said, my guests today, SICMAN of Virginia, the sick dudes.
When do you sleep?
What's that?
You're always on the radio.
I'm always, it's like a 24/7 thing. Like, if I'm not on the radio, I'm thinking about the radio. That's all I do. So, all you guys do is play music, yes?
True.
Yes.
Just as I predicted. You guys, just as I predicted, the mics go on. We're having a great conversation.
Okay, tell the story about Ika Mouse.
Just as I predicted, you
Come
guys
on.
clammed up. What happened?
I'm not clammed up. Just
Joe
waiting
met
for my moment.
Joe met Ika Mouse one time.
You can't go right into the story. We have to kind of lead into that.
I don't listen to the
gotta be
radio. I'm
natural.
sorry.
Are you guys close enough to the fire? You guys nice and cozy?
Oh, I feel
Warm?
great.
Yeah,
Can you pass me some more, please?
Feet are so warm right now.
I can. Here, there you go. Little s'mores. I took a stick and I went ahead and prepped, I don't know, 50 marshmallows. So, I mean, you may need to pop them back on for like another 10 seconds or something, but they're there. So something major's been happening with you guys the last couple, I don't know, year and a half-ish. Okay, so first let me ask you this so people understand what this means. If you had to list Ween as an influence, where would they be on the SICMAN list?
I'd go probably number 2 to 3. I don't know.
So, I mean,
Yeah, it's hard to say because, I mean, geez.
It's hard to
So
put a
many.
number on it.
Yeah.
but they're up there.
Oh, they're definitely up there for sure.
But you got to play with some members of Ween there. That'd have been a big deal. No?
2 years ago? 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago now.
Already that far?
I think was it 2014 or 2013?
Something like that.
Sorry,
I think
choked
the
up.
first time was 2013.
That had to be a bit mind-blowing, though, to get that call. Say, hey, come play with me.
Well, it wasn't really them calling us. It was more us, I don't know, stalking. Oh, no, maybe stalking's not the right word. But no, on our last album, Morning Sickness, we had, we were acquainted with Dave Drywitz, the bass player.
Right.
So he just happened to be coming through town, and it worked out, and he recorded a few songs on our last album. And then we told him that we were playing up in their hometown in New Hope at John and Peters,
Which you guys play a lot there now.
Love
Yeah.
that place, johnandpeters.com.
Yes, it's awesome. It's a great place, legendary venue, pretty much a dive bar for the most part. but
Word. My favorite
it's
type.
been there since the early 70s, and if you look around the walls, it's so many great people have played there. It's just awesome. It's got a lot of history, basically. It's just a really cool, tight-knit music town right outside of Philly. So obviously they get Philly musicians there. They get Brooklyn musicians, or whatever I say, Brooklyn, New York City, or whatever, from the surrounding areas, within an hour's drive.
Right.
So they have that whole pool of musicians that they pull from. So a lot of great people play there because there's a lot of good music fans out there that just like seeing stuff like that.
Like SICMAN of Virginia.
Well, we'd like to think so. I don't
Go
know.
ahead and pat your own backs. That's fine. That's what I'm giving you the opportunity to take that self high five. It's pretty badass. That's pretty fucking cool, right?
Well, I thank you. Appreciate
Yes,
that.
it's very cool.
It is. It's cool. Yeah.
Don't sound very excited, guys. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's neat. I mean, it's I don't know, it's weird to talk about, I guess. So I know we're here to talk about stuff, but that's weird to,
Is it?
I don't know.
Talking about ourselves is like the most awkward, weird thing to do on the planet. I think.
Well, you want to? Okay, let's talk a little bit about morning sickness real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll pull it back, and you guys don't have to talk about yourselves anymore. We'll talk about something else.
Yeah. Let's talk about politics or something.
Not Busch Gardens. So you mentioned before you had some guests on. We talked a little bit about morning sickness when you guys came through on YMS. But one of the tracks you guys picked, I think this makes sense to go to. I can't believe you picked it, but You Got a Lot of Gumption. That's one of my favorite SICMAN songs. Like, I freaking love You Got a Lot of Gumption. I'm so happy that you picked it.
Thanks.
Talk about how you guys, because it's very different for a SICMAN song. Like, how did you guys get there? Like,
That's one of the songs that we basically wrote in the studio as we were recording it. I'd say about 50% of our music is usually done that way.
that's what.
Either presented in a band. Well, lately it's either presented in a band setting and we develop it as a live band. But prior to this, most of our writing was done just the two of us, basically sitting in front of a computer or whatever, basically recording. So that was something where Matt just had like an idea on piano.
Or a bear on fire.
Yeah, he just had like a part, and it sounded, and it just sounded really cool. And then, I don't know, he sent it to me, and then I put drums on it, and then we just kind of kept putting shit on it until it sounded cool. Oh, was I not supposed to swear?
No, it's fine. Ain't no FCC here. So you guys want to play You Got a Lot of Gumption real quick, and then we'll come back?
Sure, why not?
All right, so we got You Got a Lot of Gumption here. It's from Morning Sickness. Where's it available? iTunes. I know you guys are on the Spotify machine.
It's everywhere.
Yep.
It's everywhere, man.
Out of the trunk
On
of
the
our
internets.
car.
Yeah,
Word.
trunk of our
Just
car.
hit them up. You Got a Lot of Gumption. We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I got to say, you asked us about influences
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
I would say, well, at least I speak for myself, my main influence is Parliament Funkadelic. And that
I can dig
song
it.
is definitely our homage to Parliament Funkadelic, the tempos and the gnarly
And
guitar playing.
that sensual feel. That's a very sensual song.
I think Joe had the one lyric part written, and then I just had the one line. I can't get you what you want, but you can have what you. It felt right. It's like old, like he said, the Funkadelic, like America Eats Its Young, kind of,
Yeah.
almost church kind of chorus.
Yeah.
You know?
It's groovy. It's sexy. It's sensual. I think that's a good word for it. No.
Gnarly.
Who knew that SICMAN could do
gnarly,
sensual?
raw,
though?
Yeah.
raw funk. That's what we were trying to do, anyways. But we're just white boys from Virginia Beach.
Well, huh?
Yeah, it is what it is. So a couple years ago, you guys,
George, get at us.
you guys,
Hit me up on Twitter, George.
that would be awesome, though. I'd cross another one off, right?
Yes, it would. That would be amazing.
So we were talking about. Sorry, thirsty. We were talking
Sure,
about
take your time.
this barrel. Oh, you know what? The fire's going. We're nice and warm, right?
You know, when this started, I actually thought it was water trickling, and I was trying to figure out how that tied in until you said fire.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm looking at the fire.
Yeah, I
just
know.
thinking
That's the
something
thing.
else.
I don't understand. Why'd you think water? There's fire right
Wearing
there.
really dark sunglasses.
I mean, I know there's a real fire right here in front of me, but I was thinking there was water.
have
behind.
another s'more, Joe.
Is it burning your
I
legs?
thought there was a waterfall.
Oh, well, don't go chasing
We're in the middle of the forest. We're camping out.
with all these microphones. I mean, really, it's stupid. I don't know why I decided, I'm going to drag all this electronic equipment out to the woods.
I know. It
'Cause you
was
got
that was
heart.
a long extension cord. The generator you can't even hear. It's actually way out.
No, I mean, the little hum, that's the generator. I mean, you know, it makes a little bit of noise. I can't cancel it all. I'm trying.
No, you're getting there. But hey, if a few more Patreons, and we might be able to cancel that out.
Maybe.
You go wireless.
When we get to 100, that buzz is gone.
Ooh, I think Joe just put down the law. Hop in here. Let's figure it out. Oh, man. So if you had to put together I don't know, like a dream show that SICMAN's a part of, can you go any band, local, national, whatever. You can have up to 5 acts. SICMAN's one of them.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We should have gotten
Grill.
this ahead of time so I could plan.
grill.
So the bill is 4 other bands and SICMAN. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly, precisely.
Okay.
You get 4 others.
Okay. Are we the last band or the first band?
That's up to you. Where do you think you land? Yeah.
Well, we could play the late night set, but then you don't want to follow anybody. I don't know.
It's tough
Let's see.
because if you close it out, you guys could close it out because you have the material.
That's true.
You got the discography.
We have the closing. We have the closing set idea. I don't know. I don't know about bands, but basically we have this idea where
Can the band still have living members? Or does it not matter?
Anybody that
Okay.
it's all dream scenario, baby. That's a
Okay,
barrel
you
fire.
got this.
Yeah.
go.
Go.
The
Go.
original Leonard Skinner
Ooh.
before they all died.
Word.
Let's see who else.
They didn't all die, by the way.
Well, most of them.
Just the important ones.
If,
Yes, not the bass player.
if you say Geggy Ta, I'll shake my fist at you.
Buddy Holly.
All right.
Okay.
Because the crickets.
Before he died.
Those crickets are in the fire.
Steve Ray Vaughan.
Oh.
Richie Valley.
Oh.
That's 4.
Richie Valley.
Valentine. Richie
Valence.
La Bamba. I'll just say La Bamba.
This is great.
Ironically, they all died. in
Have you
plane
lost any
crashes.
contributions since we've started?
No.
You realize I was trying to name people that died in aerial disasters.
And he did it. That's the insane part.
I know.
You got there.
No thanks to you over there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Matt bailed on
You did help me on Valen, so that was good.
Matt bailed on your joke,
Richie,
man.
Richie Valentine's Day card.
So, if you guys
goodness.
shut the show down, what are you closing with that night?
I don't know.
Oh my god. Can you play music while we're thinking?
Yeah, yeah. You want to play another song and
You really?
I
And then
meant
you
like
can answer
Jeopardy
it?
music.
oh no, well
Any
no.
theme show music?
We might get in trouble for that, but I can do.
Let's talk about.
Okay, I have it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Ding.
All right, first you reveal
Nicely
yours.
done.
Okay, what's yours?
What's your
I
closing?
wasn't even thinking. Of that.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal mine. Falling Behind.
Oh, that's
It's
a
always
good
my
closer.
favorite closer.
Yeah. Do you feel?
I get to play fast at the end.
Yes. You guys close a lot when I'm around with sick pants.
Yeah. It's because you're around.
Only
Is that really why?
Actually, we play it when you walk in.
We try to cue it.
oftentimes-
We try to
Rarely on
cue
the
it.
set list, but if we see your face, then that is almost always going to be the next song.
It's funny because
Have
Or-
you just
or
thought
the
that was
last
coincidence
song.
that you'd
well,
walk in?
no,
Oh.
I assume. I assume. It's funny because I love Sweatpants. It's like the first real like fun, engaging thing I did locally. Is because it just lends itself to that part.
You should actually get a writing credit. For that.
Who doesn't love
Seriously,
Sweatpants?
because you've actually rearranged the song for us. Because when you're not there, I do your part. Or
Really?
Try to. Yeah.
I heard the one version.
And I always do it hoping that people will catch on, but they just never do.
That's what I do. It
Unless
because
you're there.
I'm thinking that. Well, yeah.
And when it's coming from the audience, it's different. But when the guy on the stage is the one trying to do the
Sometimes I
crowd
think you're
part.
playing the drums.
So what you're saying is I should show up to every single Sick Man show ever?
Pretty much. Kind of what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Deal.
I'm pretty cheap. Okay, so what's the venue then? What's the venue of that show?
Wow, this is really hard.
Well, I mean, we gotta put a poster together tonight, fellas. Come on, let's work.
All right. Okay, give me a second. Music? Let's see. Fillmore West. Fillmore East. Fillmore South. Fillmore Northeast. O2 Arena.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Time, gentlemen.
I
Sorry.
got it. What's yours? Yours.
Because he never revealed his closer either.
Somewhere outside.
I'm going to go with Carnegie Hall.
Ooh.
And I pronounced it Carnegie on purpose.
Look at Joe actually thinking about this. If you're outside, where outside? You starting your own thing? Sick Fest?
Sure, why not Sickfest? That's a really bad name, but sure, Sickfest. Sickpalooza.
Sickapalooza, man. Ooh, I like that one.
Might scare people away.
Yeah, it'd be better if we don't use our name. We'll just use other bands' names, and then we'll sneak in.
Ooh.
Neil Young Fest. Featuring Sickman.
Ooh, he'd be a good one to play
Neil
with.
Young Fist. Neil Young Fist, not Fest.
Neil Young's Fist.
Fest. Fist Fest. Think about the
Hey.
think about the marketing. That'd be pretty incredible. All right, so Matt still never answered what he's closing with at that show.
I'm still thinking about it.
What? Gotta put you back on a grill,
Okay,
man.
back to the set closer. We've got this new song, "Running Away,"
Oh snap!
and at the end of the song, we really want to incorporate fireworks.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so that would be the closer for me. Is we end the song, the fireworks go off, everybody's happy.
Whoa.
You know, you go back to your tent, you make a baby. You know.
It's very wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
The
It is
fireworks
very
in the wind.
wrestling.
I thought I thought you were doing the radio thing where you like feed me lines and I'm supposed to like follow.
Oh
Yeah, yes, and
Did we not talk about this?
no, we didn't.
Oh, I thought you were playing. Like,
I was watching Johnny Carson reruns before I came
Yeah,
here,
right.
and it's totally not panning out.
you're so funny, Joe.
I know, yes, and
Joe, you're killing it over there.
your mother's a whore, huh? Too far?
You're right. She is a whore, Joe.
I know.
Oh my god.
Can we have our own hour?
Yes. I mean, no. You say that, but yeah. You know, if you guys really wanted to do one, I'd
Like
give you one.
once a year, like an hour a year.
I'll figure it out.
Once a month would be good. We're good for like once a month, maybe.
Yeah. Keep in touch.
Maybe.
I kind of have 24 hours a day to fill, so just think about that. But that would be fun. Actually, I've been thinking about doing a morning show, well, like a midday, like a 10 to 2, called Oh Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh Hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi.
And does it start just any time within the hour?
Hello, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So, like in the middle of a song, you're just like, oh, hi.
Oh Hi.
We're here. Thank you for joining us.
So, I mean, if you guys wanted to come do that with me, that'd be fun. Oh, yeah.
Joe
wait.
has a brother that lives in. Oh, hi.
Actually,
Oh.
funny story. Way to connect that. My brother lives in Ojai,
Oh,
believe it or not.
Hi.
really?
And they actually have shirts that say, oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Does it have Johnny on it, though? Have you guys seen The Room? No? Oh, because you were doing it pretty much perfect.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my God.
What is it?
Four
The
Rooms?
Room?
I've
The
seen
Room.
Four
The
Rooms.
movie?
The Room? Yeah.
It's on my Netflix. My
Wait,
Netflix
I'm
queue. Don't
sorry.
tell me. It's coming tomorrow.
Did you say the rum?
The Room.
Okay.
R-O-O-M.
Got you.
Oh, my God. With Tommy Wiseau?
I think my wife read the book.
Who?
Tommy Wiseau?
And
That's
Tommy
the-
was so what?
Tommy, we so
Finish the
crazy.
story.
funny, Joe.
Tommy, we so nuts up in here.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well, it's
We're
a
busy making music, man.
it's a really bad
Yeah, man, when you're recording all the time, you don't have time to keep up with the stuff, you know?
it's a really bad movie that is so bad it's good.
Nice.
You hear that a lot about
Was
movies.
Bad?
Oh,
It was good.
it was good. That was so bad it was good. But it's an awful movie that for some reason I love.
Okay.
I mean, everybody has at least one of those movies that's just god awful, and you can't really explain why you like it. But yeah, The Room is that. None of it makes sense. Like
Awesome.
the entire movie.
We're
So
gonna have to
yeah,
watch it.
go waste your hour and a half on that.
I will
Can we
tomorrow.
pause
I don't
the
have a
show,
choice.
watch it, and then come back?
I could.
Fast forward.
Oh, hi.
Oh hi.
Talk about
Well, you brought up Running Away,
Oh.
since you wanted to feed me that line
Yeah.
like
See,
I
I'm
don't know,
professional, Howie.
8 minutes ago, and I didn't take it.
Should
It's
we?
like, oh,
Should we? We're having a band meeting.
Oh, sorry, I guess we could wait till the commercial break.
perfect. There is none. We have no commercials.
Oh,
It's
man,
a radio
we are so
free
screwed.
radio.
It's radio free radio.
No, we thought about the possibility. We're currently working
Right.
on an album, as you may know.
Oh, I know.
Sick 5.
Sick 5. Is that what you guys
But,
are?
No.
Oh.
That's what it's called in our Dropbox
The
right
folder,
now. We just call it whatever number it is until we're done with it.
I was gonna say
And then we name it.
that seems to be what you guys do. Sometimes the numbers end up dropping out, like sweatpants and other nonsense. That it just became sweatpants. And
Yeah.
morning sickness is technically 4, but it's just morning sickness, right?
Correct.
True. Yes.
Is it really that simple? You guys just were thinking about how do I save these files and
Well,
what
yeah,
was that?
because we usually don't have a title for it until everything's done.
So
Until like a week before it.
just like
we
fuck
print
it. It's just it'll stay in there. Sick Man one.
It
Could
feels
be
new.
like
You're like,
Shit for
"Ooh."
Brains 5 or something, whatever I happen to type in.
Ooh.
Okay, you don't know how many songs we have that are called Matt is Gay.
Or Fuckfest or something ridiculous.
Ooh, fuckfest. We're trying
Gee.
to
Fuckfest 1,
Cheese
Fuckfest
dicks.
2, Fuckfest 3, Fuckfest 4.
then well, you just name it as you come to it. Now, running away normally.
That was actually shitballs
Oh,
for a while on my computer.
it was
Before we
shitballs.
settled on
Part
running
2.
away.
Ever thought about closing with shitballs?
That's not a bad idea. I think you just wrote our next song.
It's better to close with shitballs than open with shitballs.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Oddly
You open
enough,
with shitballs.
Believe me,
that's
I've
kind
been
of a
there.
faux
You know what
pas.
I'm saying?
I was. I was
so right, Joey.
Hey, Joe. Right you are, sir.
Am I right or am I right? I don't know.
Sorry, back to the question.
Oh.
Yeah, what were you asking?
It actually does have the energy to open a set, though.
Yeah, we have been opening with it, I think, a few times. Or we have
Opened with
a
it,
few
closed with it, played it second, played it third, played it fourth. You know, a little bit of everything.
It's a pretty straightforward song, but it has that pop appeal, and it still has that Sick Man. Oh man, this is about to be really radio. Sorry, I apologize ahead of time. Signature Sick Man sound. Oof.
I like to say
Ooh.
it's got a
really
nice
radio,
beat and you
sorry.
can dance to it.
A little bit, yeah. I'd say that,
I wouldn't mind getting paid off a
Ed
song
Sullivan.
every once in a while, you know?
but it definitely has that bounce. It definitely has a little bit of groove to it.
What-
I love funk.
We started that one, playing that one like a year ago, and we were doing it like really slow. It was horrible. It was really bad. It was like, what's wrong with this song? Like, it's an okay song, but it's just gay. You know, no offense
I
to.
hated that shit.
I mean, gay like bad, not like.
It's like the worst thing I've ever played in my life.
Good thing you sped it up then.
No, so
Got a great
night
recording
and
of it.
day.
like, what can
Yeah.
we do now? What can we do with this piece of shit? You know?
We polish this turd up with something good.
But we fixed it, and it's really cool now. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. You're gonna kind of like it on our new album, I think. Am I selling it?
Sure.
No, anyways, but we're thinking it's kind of a no-no to, I don't know, play something on a radio show before it's actually done. But we thought about doing it for you, Justin,
Oh,
because you're
snap.
special.
Uh-oh.
And the fire's going. You got it all stoked real nice.
Uh-oh.
But we'll have to figure out how to do that while you're playing another song.
Okay. We'll figure that
So
out.
stay tuned and maybe hear a new Sick Man song.
Actually, real quick before
I
we
didn't
go.
mean to segue out of the show with that. I was just
No, you're fine. I
Can you move over and let us just control the laptop?
and commercial. Budweiser comes in. Horses cue.
we're gonna go
Where are the Clydesdales?
Busch Gardens, oddly enough.
Oh god.
We're about to play Gaga Goo Goo.
Ooh, good one.
Is there anything you guys want to say heading into that?
That was one of those funky computer names that we actually didn't change.
No, you had a different name for it. What was before that?
It was just Gaga Gugo, actually. I think it was that from the beginning.
Okay.
Wow.
Because I thought originally the stripped down track, which is actually barely even on the finished track, I just kind of reminded me of like Gaga Gugo, or I'm sorry. Reminded me of Lady Gaga.
All right.
So I was like, cool, this is kind of like a Lady Gaga song.
All right.
So then I just named it Gaga, and I was like, oh, Gugo, why not?
How did we get in there? How did Let's Make a Scene
Oh,
come
that
up?
came way later. Actually, we added that verse actually right before we were pretty much done with the album. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I wrote that actually in my work truck, sitting in my van, and I think it was a rainy day. Clouds were.
I wasn't wearing
passing by.
pants.
It was in October.
I don't know. I
Kinda
just got on a
chilly.
I was listening to the track or whatever, trying to come up with ideas, and then it just all of a sudden just started flowing. And then sort of you guys sort of popped in my head, the Let's Make a Scene part, just randomly. So I always wondered if you'd notice that. That was sort of an homage to you guys in that verse there.
I also noticed that you guys started trotting it out live. Last two times I saw you guys played it.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I think actually when I saw you guys at HK, it was the first time you had played it out live, right?
Probably, yeah. We've just started playing it.
Yeah, we've only played it a couple times. We're still trying to let it find its way.
We're usually like 2 years behind.
Yeah.
like recording to live, or I don't know. It seems like we'll record something and we can't really play it live, and it takes us some time, and then just out of the blue, it's like, oh, we can play that now. Like Cutter was one of those. We wanted to play Cutter. We tried playing Cutter.
You had like 3 or 4 different versions of it out live. I feel like. I like
well,
the one
after the fact. Well, like
Yeah.
I was talking about earlier, how we have written a good portion of our songs in the studio.
right.
So it's sort of a backwards process because we basically just kind of come up with this thing as overdubs, essentially. And then we have to interpret what we did into a live setting as a 3-piece, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but it often takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
sometimes a couple years. Like he was saying, like Cutter, we could not play that song live. It took us a while to figure out how to do it as a 3-piece to make it sound full, because it's essentially a shitload of overdubs.
That's a lot.
And I mean, our philosophy in recording is just kind of anything goes to make the recording sound good. A lot of people, their train of thought, which I don't think there's a wrong way, is don't put anything on the recording that you can't, that
Right.
you don't already
You can't
sound
recreate.
like live.
Yeah.
And I think that's great, but that's just not the way we went with it. I'm sort of in the train of thought. I'm sure Matt agrees that it's 2 separate mediums, 2 separate arts. I
Totally.
think when you're
Yeah.
recording, anything goes. It's a canvas. You can do anything you want to make the recording sound good, and then live is a separate entity, and all. It's. I mean, I wish if we had the budget, we could, have like 8 people to
Right.
do some of the stuff exactly
Yeah.
how it is on the recording, which I would love. But
I don't know. I like Cutter where it's at now. It's
yeah, I think we
Like
find
jamming?
ways to make it work.
Yeah.
And it still sounds full or whatever, but it's 2 different things. But
Sometimes it's really good.
it's
Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's like, ooh, maybe we should stop playing it.
really.
I mean,
I don't know. Every time I've seen it, it's been different. So that means every time you hear it, you're getting something unique from.
it is essentially very open-ended. It's sort of evolved into that,
Yeah.
where half the song is pretty much kind of improv or whatever, and we sort of go somewhere and then bring it back.
I can dig it. We're gonna play. We got away from Gaga Goo Goo. That's okay.
Oh yeah,
hey, we're talking now.
Yes. Well, we're gonna play.
might as well stop.
We're gonna play Gaga Goo Goo. You said you wanted to play. We're gonna play Gaga Goo Goo. We'll be right back. It's Stories by the Barrel Fire on Radio Free Radio. Let's stoke the fire a little bit.
I have to pee.
See, so
Huh?
You guys weren't fucking around with
so
Joe. You were so fucking right. Joe, you were crazy over
so fireworks go off.
Crickets, come on.
It's just the barrel fire, baby. It's keeping you warm.
And the little break aparts where it all kept cutting out, coming out. That's so nobody can pirate that shit, all right? Don't even
Copyright
try
control.
Yeah, due to our lawyers, they made us
Okay.
give it to you with spaces in it. So
it. Yeah. If
Copyright.
the shit leaks, I'm going to be pissed.
Had nothing to do with the internet. I'll
We don't-
tell you, the internet was not slow there. Oh wait, I'm tipping
It's
the
supposed to be
sketch.
like that.
We
There's
don't-
going to be comedy skits in between. where
we
this
don't want to have
breaks.
to pay back our advance.
We were talking a little bit off air. I feel like it needs to come back up though. You're talking about the live sound for specifically Running Away there. I was thinking that's what I love so much about Morning Sickness is it's the first album you guys have done that felt live, like it felt like the live experience, and it looks like that's carrying over into 5 as well.
Yeah, like half of it.
Morning Sickness half, probably. Yeah, 4 or 5 songs, sure.
Just
Something like that.
just a fuse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you say all of it, but I'd say half.
We like to
I don't wanna disagree.
try new things that we'd never done. That I mean,
Yeah.
when we started, it was just the 2 of us. So, like he said earlier, it was
Just the
just
2 of
recording,
us.
so that we could do whatever we wanted to do, and just layer it.
Yeah.
We could put 10 different instruments on it. It didn't matter because we had the ability to just, layer it. But then we started playing out live, and we did that for a few years. We kind of honed that, like how we, and we just wanted to capture that, I guess.
There was a couple of them that have I feel like I've been hearing you guys play since I met you, and it's really cool to hear it finally put to tape. You know what I mean? Like Madness has been around for a while, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just finally nice that you guys were able to give it that tender love and care that I know you wanted to put in. That's why it took till Sickness to get out, right?
Yeah, we like the contrast. I mean, I like switching it up because obviously our earlier stuff, back in the 70s.
Back in the day, back in the
Was
68.
just the two of us, like you
days
said.
ago.
So there's like a good solid, like, first three of our recordings are mostly studio stuff that we're coming out of the duo thing, moving into the band.
Yeah.
So now after being a live band for the last 6 or 7 years, I think we're actually going on 7 years now, we're able to, and with John Litz, playing with us now too, who was our original bass player, he's now back in the fold.
Yeah.
And it was kind of refreshing. Matt had all these new songs, so this new album we're actually kind of shooting for a more live thing. Now that you say that, we probably will still have some studios develop stuff on there eventually. It's just not there yet. But for the most part, we're doing like a live thing. We actually, for the first time, developed these songs as a live band with the three of us, with John, and he wrote the bass lines and everything. We got together, basically worked the songs out together without working them out as a recorded thing first, And then we actually went right into the studio immediately after he came back in and started playing with us. We worked the songs out real quick in like a month or so, 2 months. Went into Whiskey Bear Studios, and
Nice.
we basically did all the basic tracks with Chris, which was also another first, was doing something outside of our own realm or whatever, actually
Yeah.
getting another engineer to help us out. And he kicked ass, did a great job tracking all the drums. So, and we did like a batch of like 6 or 8 songs or so, and maybe most of those will probably make it on the final cut.
You brought up John Litz. That's actually where I was going to go next. It's got to be nice having him back in the fold. I'd forgotten how like smooth he is live.
Yeah,
He's
it's
smooth
really
cat.
weird. For the first time, I really consider him like an equal third. And I don't mean that like in a negative way. I just mean because me and Matt have been working together since we were 12, 13 years old. So it's hard to find a third person that's something other than the bass player.
Right.
Not that that's a bad thing, because that's what they do. But it's just when you know someone for that long, we're almost telepathic the way we
right.
play music together and
The
write
music
it
is how
or
you guys.
whatever.
Whoa, snap! Hold on. I guess somebody wants to talk to you guys.
Shit. I don't know. Is it John Litz? That would be weird because I just mentioned him. But he wouldn't know the number.
Did Justin really
it
just
my mom?
Did Justin really just leave to go answer the phone?
Yeah, I had a great story too. What was I talking about? Was it the castle over
Remind me
there?
to call our agent. Maybe.
Wrong number? Telemarketer? Oh shit. Who this? Is it one of our ex-bass players?
Somebody has a question for you guys on the line.
Hey, long-time listener, probably third-time caller, I guess. I heard you guys, I've heard you playing a lot, but I heard you guys have been playing together for a long time, so probably like 30 years at this point, so I'm assuming you're in your 40s. But, what's the most like embarrassing moment you guys have had on stage? Everybody's got that story. I'll pick the answer off there. I don't want to tie up the line or anything. I know
Okay.
everybody's calling in.
I'll say the most embarrassing
Look at
time.
DJ going all radio.
The most embarrassing time was when we were on stage and we were playing, and I accidentally made an AIDS joke, and I realized that this one certain person in the audience named DJ actually had AIDS, and I did not realize it. It was so awkward that I made an AIDS joke, and the guy right there in front of us had AIDS.
Oh,
He had the AIDS.
I know, and he got it like in the worst way possible.
oh man, that sucks.
By calling a radio.
And my face turned red.
Boy, was my face red.
I know, it was so awkward. Anyways, thanks DJ for the question.
My guitar goes out of tune a lot.
Not that there's
on
anything
stage.
funny about
That's-
AIDS, really.
That's annoying.
Actually, we donate to a charity every year to help AIDS.
To help to aid AIDS.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Aid
Yes,
AIDS.
it's
Double
called
A.
Help AIDS. All one word.
Yeah.
1-800-HELP-AIDS.
Don't call that. They will send you AIDS immediately. You don't want that.
We're starting an organization with a lot of local bands. We're going to call it Band-Aids.
Damn it. Oh, the worst. but the best.
Yes, there's bands with AIDS out there, entire bands.
Yeah.
Yes. And they need help.
They need help, man.
Yes. At least their AIDS do.
Oh my god.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Before we were derailed. I was giving John Litz praise.
Yeah, we were. We were heaping praise on John Litz.
Yeah.
That's where we were. I guess you were done. Because you didn't want to hop back
He's
in.
got a nice package.
Oh, that John Litz. Right you are, Joe.
Joe, talking about the package.
It's like a baby's arm holding an apple over here.
Oh, God.
No, I think John's probably the best bass player in the area. He doesn't know it, or
Naked.
maybe he doesn't know it. But I think he is.
Oh.
He is. He really
No,
is.
he's really
something
good.
Special.
John's one of those guys where you can just pretty much throw anything at him and he can do it. So
Yep. AIDS. You throw AIDS at him and the guy will spit it right back at you.
he's really handling the AIDS.
He'll
really
gargle
well.
with it and spit it right back at you.
That Joe. Man, he is right.
Wait, are we a band or a comedy team?
You know.
Awful one.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Sorry.
So I think you said you've worked out about 8 new songs for 5,
Well, sort of.
sort of.
It's more like 6 new songs and 2 old ones.
Well, we went in the studio with the idea of doing like 4 or 5 songs, and we busted them out in like I think a day. We had maybe 2 days, 3 days that we
Yeah,
were going to record.
a
So we
lot
just
faster.
we didn't want to waste the time. So do we do these songs again or no? Let's do this. Let's just kind of mess with this. You know, no, not a lot of pressure. Just well, if we don't use it, we don't use it. And
Right.
what we usually do is we don't use something and then we find it, and 10 years later it's like, oh well, let's use this, and we, you know, use part of it or strip it down and start over. Or, so
Yeah, and that cut of Running Away you just heard was pretty much straight out of Whiskey Bear.
Not
We
much
did,
done to it. Just
Did the
kinda
vocals at my place.
Studio J.
Yeah, Studio J.
we did the guitars over there too.
And the guitars and the bass actually.
So I assume we may be too soon to like.
We recorded that snare drum at Chris's
Actually,
spot.
we're-
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah. We did the hi-hat in West Virginia.
It takes a lot of time and patience,
We did Town Number 1 out in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
right? Oh God. All right, so I assume it's probably too early in the process to like have a timeline for it.
Ooh,
Yeah, we don't know. Because that's not all the songs that are going to be on it.
Right.
We actually have a couple new ones that have not been tracked yet that we've actually started kind of working on, playing live.
And I guess, I mean, we've got to ask the radio of radio questions because we got to get on out of here. What you guys got coming up?
I think we're going to be at our monthly residency at Hell's Kitchen downtown, Granby Street,
Yeah.
on Friday, May the 13th.
Please start referring it to
Friday
that.
the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Whoa. So we'll play us out with the number 1 hit single with a bullet.
Are we going to bust it out?
Oh,
Can I sing along with it?
Yeah, can you leave the mics
Can I
on?
do that? Oh yes!
Come on, do a little
live
karaoke.
version.
Keep
Here we
yours
go.
on too. Here we go. Do a little call and answer. Can we get a little reverb?
No, actually.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's right. We're by a campfire
This
outside.
is radio.
I forgot we're outside. Shit. We don't have no reverb plates out in the middle of Yosemite.
Sweatpants! Sweatpants!
Did you bring your kazoo?
You know I did.
Oh, play that kazoo. Oh, you know what to do with the kazoo.
Oh yeah, it's Sick Man coming at you from RadioFreeRadio.com. And I forgot what the show's called. By the Barrel File, that's right. Just remember.
Stories by the barrel fire.
Yeah, because there's a fire going in front of me. I should have mentioned.
Remember that time you were
Remember
sitting by the barrel fire in your sweatpants?
Yeah, a little bit of AIDS thrown in. Oh yeah. See Sick Man next Friday, May 13th. At Hell's Kitchen. Friday the 13th.
Stories by the Barrel Fire. Sick Man, thanks, dudes. I really appreciate it. Coming up next, Driving Miss Crazy. Stay tuned. It's the FSB Sports Hour. Radio Free Radio, RadioFradio.com.
We love you, Justin.
Bye-bye.